Good morning, Titans. I'm Drayden Wood.
And I'm Mackenzie Moore. On this edition of Titan Television, we'll discuss the new login information.
And we'll give you some tips for getting to school on time.
All this and more on this edition of Titan Television.
This year, many students are already preparing for college entrance exams.
Hunter Milner tells us about a few students who set the bar pretty high.
Out of the about 2.1 million students who take the ACT each year, only about 2,000 will earn a perfect score. Juniors Ali Salamone, Molly Wooster, and senior Alex Gohagen are the first students at West since 2010 to earn a 36.
I just kind of figured it was one of those random dreams that probably would never happen. That's why it was so shocking when it actually did.
For Gohagen, experience was the most important factor in his score, having taken the ACT once before.
You'd be surprised what you didn't realize that you kind of learned from taking it that you can apply to the second one.
He admits most of the knowledge came from the classes he has taken.
I think most of the material itself on the ACT, like the math questions and the English questions and stuff, you learn that kind of stuff just from paying attention in class.
But the test requires more than just knowledge of subjects.
More than anything else, just time management. And you can learn a lot of strategies from ACT prep classes and testing books and stuff.
There are multiple ACT prep classes offered here at West throughout the year to help students prepare, or you can go to act.org for online prep courses. Receiving top scores on these tests gives students some automatic scholarship opportunities. One is Bright Flight, a program that gives scholarships to students who score a 30 or above and who plan to attend a Missouri college. Knowing they're in an elite group of students has given Gohagen some confidence in the future.
And I think just being part of a statistic like that, kind of gives you hope for realizing hey, maybe you can make something out of this. Maybe you have what you need to be successful in life.
With photographer Mackenzie Moore, this is Hunter Milner, reporting for Titan Television.
For more information on students who received a perfect score on the ACT, check out the first Titan Scroll on September 22nd.
As many of us drive to school this year, we have seen longer lines and some big changes.
Reporter Shelby Parscale gives us some insight into the changes and some important tips for staying safe and on time.
Looking over the parking lot during the school day, you can see that parking spaces are hard to find. And now that sophomores are being added to the list, things could be even worse. In order to get ahead of these problems, administration has changed some parking lot policies.
With cones blocking the route to the stoplight, drivers who park by the gym are now forced to turn right at the stop sign.
In the fall, a lot of kids are going outside for sports, so we felt that it was a safety issue to go ahead and block it off and try it and see how it worked, and so far it's worked pretty good.
Along with parking lot changes, it's important to remember some safety tips when driving to school. Check your mirrors when backing out, keep your eyes on the road, be cautious of people walking, and always adhere to the speed limit in the parking lot.
And be aware that with all the traffic, students should plan on leaving extra early for school.
According to Google Maps, when traveling from Greenwood to Lee Summit West, it should take 8 minutes. However, speaking from experience, this year it takes an extra 15 to 20 minutes. Reporting for Titan Television, this is Shelby Parscale.
Safety in the parking lot is just as important as being safe online.
Students might be wondering why changes have been made to usernames and passwords. Kate Bowles has the story.
If you've spent your entire school career in the Lee Summit District, you've gotten pretty attached to your school number. From logging onto Chromebooks to buying lunch, this number has been ours for years. But this year, there have been some changes to the login information, and students are asking why. The district has been working on changing the usernames and passwords for 2 years. And according to Technology Director Amy Gates, the reason behind the change is simply personal security. The old login information contained birthdays and also first and middle initials. These details can be used to find out more personal information that students and parents may not want to be known. But for those students who use their school email outside of school, don't worry, everything has been linked to the new account. All emails and Google Drive documents are still safe. So while this change may be inconvenient, we all need to remember that the district is only trying to keep us safe. This is Kate Bowles reporting for Titan Television.
This school year has brought about other changes at Lee Summit West. Jared Pemberton shows us a new addition to our campus.
With almost 2,000 students at Lee Summit West and several teachers sharing classrooms, some classes have moved outdoors. The new trailer has 2 classrooms and affects around 300 students each day. And while this has helped with classroom space, it has also raised some concerns. The classrooms are equipped with intercoms and phones, but because students out in the mobile must be able to access the building throughout the day, the doors leading to the building must remain unlocked. English teacher Lori Mosier has some concerns regarding student safety during an emergency.
Be concerned more with a lockdown, just because it's 10 walls.
And when inclement weather hits Lee Summit, students will have to be outside in those conditions.
Obviously, we haven't experienced winter yet, so hopefully the room stays warm and no one's slipping and falling.
And if enrollment continues to increase at West, you might see more mobile classrooms in the future. With photographer Nathan Miller, I'm Jarrett Pemberton reporting for Titan.
And now we'll send it over to Carson Stepanski with the Titan Sports Update.
Hello Titans, and welcome to the first edition of the Titan Sports Update. I'm Carson Stepanski. Fall sports are in full swing, and your Lee Summit West softball team is turning some heads. In their first tournament of the season, they went 5-0, beating Lee Summit North in the championship 3-0. Monday, the Titans turned around and beat Lee Summit North again 4-0 in their first conference game of the season, then beat Park Hill 4-2 on Tuesday. The boys soccer team started their season with a 5-0 win against Springfield Central. They lost a close one to Park Hill South in penalty kicks 4-3. Dawson Airholtz and Sam Thomason had a chance to sit down with this year's captain.
Seniority doesn't always determine position, and for head coach Chris Brizendine, soccer captain Nick Lombard was the choice due to his leadership and commitment to the team.
He did it himself. He just stepped right in the summer. He led the whole program, not just the varsity team.
And Lombard had one word to describe why he was the best choice for the position.
Hard work.
He now knows what his role needs to be in order for the team to be successful.
I can't really show that I'm having a bad game, so if I'm mad or something, I gotta stay calm. But most of the time, I try to make sure that I play well, keep everyone hyped.
But Coach Brizendine knows it takes a team effort to win.
We've been working on a lot, making a lot of progress, focusing on our defensive shape and tactics, and start building towards our offense a little bit, but always improving day by day.
Their next soccer game is Tuesday, September 5th against Rockhurst. Make sure you're there to show support. With photographer Sam Thomason, this is Dawson Airholtz reporting for Titan Sports Update.
Boys swim is off to a great start with 2 state cuts in the South Rock Invitational on Saturday. Carson Spencer and Cameron Laster led their team to a 4th place finish in the meet. Girls cross country took first in the Greater Kansas City meet at Longview last Saturday and will travel to Jacomo tomorrow for their first 5K race. Boys cross country took second to a tough Rockhurst team at the Greater Kansas City tournament and will also travel to Jacomo with the girls on Saturday. Girls golf is playing up to par with junior McKenna Rice scoring an 84 and tying for 7th in their tournament on Monday. Junior Taylor Starr PR'd with a 91. Cody Ball and I had a chance to catch up with head volleyball coach Jennifer Morgan to see how their season is looking. With Coach Morgan returning for her 2nd season as head coach, the Titan volleyball team has some experience under their belt.
I have Santana Lewis back, who's my starting setter. She set the whole time last year. I've got a nice group of seniors. Bailey Anderson is back. Mayana Wallace, she's not a senior, but she has played varsity since she was a freshman. Erin Waltz is a junior, started as a freshman and sophomore. Amelia Bushek as a back row player, defensive specialist, is also a good leader.
With all the returning talent, the girls plan on going far this season.
I think one of our main goals is to win districts because we were really close last year and we didn't get it, so that'll help us and then go further than that hopefully.
Coming together as a team and building relationships is a huge part of a winning team.
I've been trying to work with the kids on staying positive internally also, and so I think just being positive with each other after a mistake and not getting down on themselves I think that just helps build that camaraderie on the team.
And the team is already off to a great start with their winning formula, beating Lee Summit and Staley on back-to-back nights. Hoping to continue their winning streak, the Titans will take on Blue Springs and Blue Springs South next week for conference games. With photographer Cody Ball, this is Carson Stepanski reporting for Titan Sports Update.
In their season opener, the Titan football team traveled to Blue Springs South and beat the Jaguars 49-28. Last Friday, the Titans played the Blue Springs Wildcats at home and lost a close one 19-6. The Titans will take on the Ray-Pec Panthers tonight at Ray-Pec. Cody Ball put together a little video to get you ready for the game. We hope to see as many Titans as possible tonight at the game, but if you can't make it, check our TSU Twitter page for live updates during the game. For Titan Sports Update, this is Carson Stepanski. Back to Drayden and Mackenzie in the studio.
Thanks, Carson. The 3-day weekend is approaching, but this is nothing new to the students of West.
Earlier this month, Titans got the chance to experience a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Last week, the LSR 7 school district canceled school in anticipation for the solar eclipse. This allowed for students and staff to travel outside of the area, and depending on where they ended up, each was able to get a different view. Here's a look at how students and staff spent this historic day.
As a way to kick off the extended weekend, the theater department invites you to come see the first performance of the year.
Holland Colclaser tells us more about this French play, Boeing Boeing.
It's paradise. Paradise, yes.
Boeing Boeing is a French play about love, betrayal, and comedy that has captured the interest of the Lee Summit West theater department.
I have something to tell you.
Out with it then.
It's the story of a man named Bernard who has 3 fiancées, one from Italy, one from America, and one from Germany. It's very funny. It moves very fast. I think that everyone can get something out of it and can just enjoy it. It's also an incredibly talented group of people, so the 6 of them work really well off of each other.
Come support the cast of Boeing Boeing tonight or tomorrow from 5 to 7. This is Holland Colclaser reporting for Titan Television.
That's all we have for this first edition of Titan Television. Stay tuned for the next show, September 22nd. I'm Mackenzie Moore.
And I'm Drayden Wood. In the meantime, check out lswestonline.com and follow us on social media for more updates and stories around West. Have a great weekend, Titans.